Hey, it's easy to get lost in headlines about politics, scandals, or whatever celebrity drama's trending today. Our screens are flooded with updates about the latest controversies, viral memes, and celebrity mishaps. It's almost like the world is designed to keep us distracted, always looking at the next shiny thing. But while the world's attention is glued to gossip, there's a silent emergency growing, one that doesn't make flashy news, but could change everything for billions of us. It's not just another headline, it's a crisis that's quietly unfolding in the background, affecting families, communities, and entire nations. The world is facing the biggest food crisis in modern history. Let that sink in. Droughts are ravaging crops. Fields that once flourished are now barren, and farmers are watching their livelihoods dry up before their eyes. The land is thirsty and the rain just isn't coming. Wars are disrupting supply chains. Conflict zones aren't just dangerous for people, they're devastating for the food that needs to move across borders. Bombed-out warehouses and blocked roads mean that even when food is grown, it can't always reach the people who need it most. And extreme weather, from floods to wildfires, is making farming unpredictable and expensive. One season it's drought, the next it's floods or wildfires. Farmers are left guessing, and insurance can't always cover the losses. The cost of growing food is skyrocketing and the risks are higher than ever. Prices for basic foods are spiking in nearly every corner of the globe. It's not just a few cents here and there, sometimes it's double, even triple what people paid last year. For many, the weekly grocery run has become a source of anxiety. In some places, harvests have failed for years in a row. Imagine the heartbreak of planting seeds, nurturing them for months, and then watching everything wither away. Communities that once thrived on agriculture are now struggling to survive. Imagine walking into your local market and finding empty shelves, or seeing your grocery bill double overnight. The foods you took for granted, rice, bread, vegetables, suddenly out of reach or missing entirely. For many, this isn't just a nightmare scenario, it's their daily reality. For millions, that's already reality. Parents are skipping meals so their kids can eat, food banks are overwhelmed, and aid organizations are stretched thin. Hunger isn't just a problem in faraway places, it's happening in cities and towns everywhere. But here's the part that barely anyone talks about. While we worry about prices, major investment firms are quietly buying up farmland all across the world. These aren't just local farmers expanding their fields, these are powerful corporations and investors seeing farmland as the next big asset. Picture this. Powerful companies, not farmers or local communities, gaining control over how and where our food is grown. Decisions about what gets planted, how it's grown, and who gets to eat are increasingly made in boardrooms, not on family farms. Some call it a smart business move. After all, everyone needs to eat, right? Owning the land means owning the future. But what happens when profit becomes more important than people? When food is just another commodity to be traded, not a basic human right? But others see it as a slow-motion disaster, one that could leave ordinary people powerless and vulnerable. If the people growing our food lose control, what happens to the rest of us? What happens to food security, to fair prices, to the ability to feed our families? Experts are warning, if countries don't act fast, we could see chronic shortages, mass migrations, and even political chaos. Food shortages have sparked revolutions before, and history could repeat itself if we ignore the warning signs. It's not just about hunger, it's about who controls the most basic thing we all need to survive. Food is power, and when that power shifts away from the people, everyone is at risk. But here's the thing, I don't want to just scare you, I want to challenge you, because awareness is the first step to action, and action is what creates change. Because the world doesn't change unless people pay attention. When we come together, raise our voices, and demand better, we can shift the conversation and force leaders to act. If you found this video important, hit that like button, subscribe to Viral Orbit, and share it with your friends. The more people who know, the stronger our collective voice becomes. The more people know what's happening, the better chance we have to force real change. Awareness is contagious. Let's make sure the right stories get heard. Now I want to hear from you. Are you worried about the future of food security? Do you see signs of this crisis in your own community? What changes do you think need to happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's start a real conversation. Your voice matters more than you think. Let's talk about what comes next, before it's too late. Together we can shine a light on this silent emergency and push for a future where everyone has enough to eat.